Again, my name is Felicia Harris. I want to thank all of you for coming out here tonight. You know, given the challenging times that we're in this country, we absolutely need, the Texas Gulf Coast region absolutely needs a strong conservative voice in Washington determined to stop Barack Obama and his liberal supporters' attacks on our constitutional rights. We also need someone who's ready to fight and fight against the special interest groups who are willing to transform our strong America into a weak socialist nation. Let me be clear about this. I still believe America is a country of independence, not of dependence. That we are a nation of capitalists, a nation of free enterprisers, and that together we can stop the socialist movement that President Barack Hussein Obama has put on our country. But we must act now, and we must act together. That's why I'm up here asking for your vote and for your support in this race for Congressional District number 14. My name is Felicia Harris. Please join our team and support us in fighting and stopping Barack Obama. Thank you.
I'm Robert Gonzalez. I have a unique perspective in life because at 8 years old, 3 government armed men came to our home and they took everything we had. They took our toys, our beds, our food, they took it all and they threw us out into the street. Because of the grace of God and my Lord Jesus Christ and the U.S. soldiers that fought for the freedoms we enjoy today, I am here today. I'm running for office because I want to preserve those freedoms. My unique perspective tells me that I can never say defeat. I can never go up there and take no for an answer. What's good for this country is to keep the Constitution. We have to provide jobs, and I'm going to tell you right now, the 2 gravest things in this country is a loss of jobs and destruction of the U.S. Constitution. As long as we're continuing to lose jobs, the people who are lost their jobs are going to be beholden to the government, and they're going to allow their constitutional rights to be trampled on. I'm Robert Gonzalez. Vote for me. I love this country, and together we can do it. Thank you.
I'm Bill Sargent. I want to tell you this is not a job for OJT, on-the-job training. You need to know what you're doing when you get there. I've dealt with Nancy Pelosi before, and I'm willing to deal with her again if I have to, one-on-one. I'm willing to deal with the Republican leadership if I need to. I've been there. I know what I'm getting into. I'm not sure the rest of these people do. I'm a resident of Galveston. I live in Galveston County. It's about time we had somebody from Galveston County representing us in Washington. I'm a retired veteran. I served 20 years in the Navy. I'm not a big money candidate. I'm not a member of the establishment. I'm a person who is a Reagan, Goldwater Republican who wants to have us get our party back and get our country back. I need your vote. I need your support. God bless each one of you, and God bless our nation.
The promise of America is that everyone is entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, not life, liberty, and the redistribution of wealth. We are at a crossroads in America. Are we going to live in a country with big government or limited government? Are we going to live in a country with high taxes, massive debt, and excessive regulation? Are we going to allow the private sector to grow? Are we going to live in a country where a whole group of people are stuck in dependency and despair? Or that they're encouraged to find opportunities in the free enterprise system? And are we going to live in a country where we are dictated to by other countries, or are we going to have energy independence? Working together, we can put America on the path to prosperity, but it's going to take a citizen taxpayer, not a politician. It's going to take a man and congressman of action, not words. Therefore, I, Michael Truncale, ask for your support because we can move America forward and make this congressional district the rising star of the Gulf Coast. Thank you.
I'm George Harper. I'm a radical. I am a committed advocate for constitutionally limited government and personal responsibility, and I have been for 30 years. What I want you to understand, it is not enough to cut taxes, cut spending, balance the budget, cut regulation. These do not represent commitment to limited government. These are only policy changes. When I say I am committed to limited government, I am committed to the actual reduction of the structure of government. We must rethink the role government is to assume in our society. Don't send me to Washington to compromise. I will not. Send me to Washington with the message that we want fundamental change. This is what I believe to the core of my being, and this is what makes me a radical. I'm George Harper. My strong points are rolling up my sleeves and the grind of accomplishing my goal. I want the task of restoring constitutional government. Thank you.
My name is Jay Old, and again, thank you all for being here tonight. You know, as I was up here trying to answer those questions, I realized, and I hope you did too, that whoever is your congressman or woman is going to face some really important, tough questions. And they're not always going to know all the answers. So when you send this person to Washington, D.C. to represent you, you need to be thinking before you vote, is this the person who can handle those tough questions, who can deal with the tough issues and make decisions the way I would want them made in Washington, D.C. Because at the end of the day, it's not how Republican you are, how long you've been a Republican, how many times you've voted Republican. You know, Ronald Reagan didn't vote Republican before he became a Republican. Rick Perry didn't vote Republican before. John Connolly. I can go down the list all the way down to Judge Cox. But the reality is, I get a laugh out of it. The reality is, I've got and Judge Cox doesn't want me to talk anymore. Thank y'all very much.
I'm Mark Mancius from West Columbia. My wife and I brought something to help you remember our name. It's a package of M&Ms. My name is Mark Anderson Mancius, so it's M&M. So when you see M&Ms in the store, just remember it's Mark Anderson Mancius to vote for Congress. We have a lot of interesting decisions, very difficult decisions we're going to face. One of my biggest worries is the federal budget deficit. We're going to face an issue here in the not very distant future of taxation that will again reduce our freedom in a very big way if we don't do something in a very real hurry. We can talk about changing government, we need to work to do that, but there are some intimate things. And one of the things that I really worry about is the budget deficit. To balance it without raising taxes, in fact, we're going to have to do some tax cuts for our businesses so that we can put people to work. I've never run for office, but I did like your vote. Thank you.
I appreciate you being here. I want to work for you. My name is John Gay, and I am applying for this position. I'm a problem solver because I think outside the box. People say think outside the box. I've never seen the box. I think so far outside the box. What they're doing in Washington is they're proving every failed ideology, everything that does not work. It's time for Plan B, B-E-E, borders, energy, and economy. And when you think of me, I want you to think of Plan B, John Gay, running for Congress. You know, many times in a job interview, I have offered that I would work for that company for no pay, only if they would pay me maybe 10% of what I saved them, because I'm a problem solver and I can solve these issues. So I would like to offer you that as well. I know you can't do this, but if for every billion I save, if you paid me 1/4 of 1%, I would make $2.5 million, and that would be an increase of about $2,300,000 that I've been getting. So I would appreciate your vote. John Gay.
Like I told you, it's nerve-wracking to be up here on the stage. Please give all of these people a round of applause. Did you need to say something?
Thank you all for being here tonight. On behalf of